Tropical storm Beryl is currently strengthening ahead of likely Windward Islands hurricane strike. Tropical storm Beryl is currently located in the central Atlantic Ocean. It is forecast to become a hurricane before slamming into the Windward Islands. After that, its future in the rest of the Caribbean Sea remains uncertain for next week. There are two other systems that meteorologists are watching that may become busy in late June. Tropical storm Beryl is strengthening in the central Atlantic Ocean and is a hurricane threat to the Windward Islands, but then faces an uncertain future in the Caribbean Sea as they continue to track two other systems close to the end of June. Tropical storm Beryl is centered more than 900 miles east of the Windward Islands. It is moving quickly westward over the open waters of the central Atlantic Ocean. The storm is quickly strengthening and is one of the strongest systems to pass through this area in June. Currently, the Windward Islands are in danger. The latest forecast from the National Hurricane Center shows that Beryl is expected to become the season's first hurricane over a record warm late June water before it moves over the Windward Islands late Sunday night or Monday with flooding, rain, storm surge, and damaging winds. Interest in the Windward Islands, including Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines, along with Martinique, should keep updated on the forecast of this storm and have their hurricane plans ready to go. A hurricane watch has been issued for Barbados, and additional watches and warnings are likely to be issued soon for other locations. Beryl will move into the eastern Caribbean Sea by Monday. Meteorologists are then expecting it to take a general west-northwest track in the Caribbean Sea through the 4th of July week. In general, if Beryl remains strong, it may track a tad farther north in the Caribbean Sea. If it is weaker, it will tend to track farther south. This uncertainty shows up in the model forecast that has been done by the meteorologists. One reason for this uncertainty is how much wind shear Beryl will face in the Caribbean Sea. Typically, at this time of the year, Caribbean wind shear is strong enough to weaken or completely fizzle tropical systems approaching from the east. However, some model forecasts indicate that wind shear may be lower than usual, which could allow Beryl to survive longer than expected. It is too soon to determine exactly where Beryl may go in the western half of the Caribbean Sea later next week. All stakeholders around the Caribbean Sea should monitor the forecast of Beryl closely over the next several days. It is also far too soon to tell if Beryl will eventually threaten any parts of the United States Gulf Coast. Again, individuals are being asked to check the forecast updates over the coming days. There are two other tropical disturbances in the Atlantic Basin. One system in the far eastern Atlantic Ocean has a medium chance of development next week. It will remain over the open ocean until perhaps nearing the Windward Islands around the middle of the upcoming week. It could follow what may be Hurricane Beryl within a couple of days. The other system, which is close to Mexico, also has a medium chance of developing once it emerges into the Bay of Campeche or southwest Gulf of Mexico this weekend, before it glides into eastern Mexico early next week. Regardless of the development, this system could dump locally heavy rainfall from parts of Central America to southern and eastern Mexico. Local flash flooding and landslides are possible, especially in areas of higher terrain. There will be some increased swells, rip currents, and coastal flooding along parts of the Mexican and Texas Gulf Coast on Sunday into at least early Monday. Thanks for watching and goodbye.